まさか借金取りじゃないだろうね。
私カリナ、こっちは婚約者のヘンリー。お友達の家に来たら門が開いてたし入ってきちゃった。ごめんね。
はあ。
だからマリーちゃんのお友達。
友達？ズタボロ娘に？
マリーちゃんとはオートで知り合ったの。同じ学校。
What's going on, everybody? Today we're talking about Betrothed to My Sister's Ex, and here's the dealio. I've said this, maybe I've said this about this anime before, that was getting better. And to some, including you, you might have gone like, man, this episode was so good. And I'm not here to rain on your parade. So if you felt really high off of this episode, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hit me with the like, and I'll see you guys next week. Hey, next week is called episode 8, A Gift More Lovely Than Jewels. What will that be? I don't know. Let's find out together. See you next week. But for everybody else, so I think I've said it about this show before, and if I haven't, then I'm going to say it about it now. This episode, do not get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. This episode was super cute and super adorable, and I love the interactions between Mari and between Kyros. So don't get me wrong. And I think Mio, okay? I think Mio is the best character in the show. And even this episode that I'm not too high on, she was still, I don't want to say funny because I didn't laugh. And that's where sometimes I get in trouble a little bit, is like, I can acknowledge that a character's being quirky and funny, but they're not like hee hee ha ha. I didn't laugh at it, but she was being cute and funny. This episode with her different personas and being a detective and being a girl from Mari's past school and calling out the Baron on his doo-doo, and the banter between her and her attendant, and the mood shift that she had being all cutesy, which, by the way, how Kyros isn't after that, I don't understand. She seems like the perfect girl, but regardless, I loved all of that. Now you may ask, so what happened? I think this episode, not the show, but this episode was cute. It was adorable. It was charming, and it was really boring. And there are certain shows that I'm watching, and like I can feel it. I feel my eyes just kind of begin to glaze over, you know? And I'm just like, all right, wake up. Okay, keep watching the show. And that's what happened to me this episode, right? Like, they're extending the sister stuff too much. It's like, okay, she's either alive still somewhere else or she's not. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, this accident that we don't know much about that we're going to have to research even more. We're going to have to go talk to the driver. You know, okay. So the driver was gravely injured, but he lived? All right, cool. And bandits attacked the carriage, but then the driver lived still, so nobody died. But all of her stuff got stolen, and she disappeared, and her body disappeared. But all her stuff disappeared. Obviously, her shit went with her, right? Wherever she went. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. It doesn't take, you know, ace detective, you know, just to figure that out. So why do we care so much? You know what I mean? And then we have the weirdness of Mari's family. And that's why I'm just like, man, I don't know. Then we have the weirdness of Mari's family, especially her dad, was like, oh, she's not married to Kyros. I still own her. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. So it's like, why did you give her to Kyros to want her back still? Because you suck at managing your lands, but you gave her up and you're calling her a piece of shit and she's ugly and she's worthless and whatever else, but yet you need her and you own her. And it's just like sometimes this show, I'm just like, oh, they should do zero mystery. They should have just had her be given up, right? She takes the place and just make it all about her and Kyros and how she becomes a duchess and her in the land and them getting closer but slowly, right? And her learning her new role. And maybe, and not within a 12 episode runtime, right? Maybe on a season 2, after she's got power and maybe she's like, you know what? I actually hate my parent. I'm gonna go get revenge. Or maybe that just never happens. But then they want to they want to put more plot, and they're like, oh well, the sister is the sister dead? Is sister alive? Sister dead? And then they're like, oh, but the little brother is like, okay, now I didn't even know she had a little brother for a while. But apparently the little brother is like, okay, what's happening with the little brother? You know, obviously he really loved his sister, but did he? You know, because nobody did anything for her. They just let her like rot in a barn. I don't know. It's just hard to explain. But the episode, don't get me wrong. There's stuff happening. So there's stuff clearly. There's stuff happening in the show. The charm and the cuteness between Mari and Kyros is awesome, right? If you're a fan of the male physique, there was a lot of fan service with Kyros. Bro had like a 12-pack. Like, bro had smoking, rocking body. Even I appreciate that. Like, goddamn. Yo, you work out? You know? And we had the fan service of him trying on the different outfits and stuff with Mari and her getting all flustered. Very cute. Very demure. All that good stuff. But I just found, again, a lot of stuff was happening. There's info here, but my eyes were just glazing over. It's hard to explain. Maybe just the mood I'm in. I don't know. Those are my feelings, though. I thought this episode was it was serviceable to me. You know, again, you may feel different. Please let me know in the comments. To me, it was like a 6 out of 10 episode. It was serviceable. It was fine. And just as a reminder, you know, 6 is fine, 7's good, 8 is great, 9's amazing, 10's a masterpiece. That's my scale and how I kind of rate stuff. And then 5, you start going into like, it was, you know, bad, awful. I don't even know what comes, like rarely, like, but 5 would be like, it was bad, you know. But 6 is fine, I think. So I think that this was a 6 out of 10. It was fine. There's stuff that happened. It's good contextually, but like I want a little more from it. So anyway, those are my thoughts, my friends. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching another video. You didn't have to on the channel. Hit me with a like and, of course, comment. I'll see you guys next week for episode 8. Peace.